Hey, what's up, everybody? All right, guys, this is Chef again, and we're going to make a weekly watch list. All right, so I already broke down the features for you guys. I hope the previous video kind of gave you guys a understanding of what I'm going to be looking for, and what are tickers that I'm going to be watching for this week. And yes, some of these are going to be some swing trades, but definitely use them for day trades right now. I think the market's just a little bit too crazy to go heavy on swing trades or to load on like so many, but definitely a great time to grab those IV pumps because the market is volatile and the moves are very aggressive. All right, so as you can see, the market's only been open for 17 minutes on my end, and it's clear as to what is happening, and it's getting rejected right at the beginning. It's only 17 minutes, guys. No need to panic. Who knows what we're gonna wake up, in the morning tomorrow. We may wake up at like 4,500. We may wake up at 43, 50 down here. Like, who knows? Who cares? Whatever you guys decided to swing trade, that's totally on you, and that's the decision that you made, and you have to live with early in the morning when you wake up. And so, hopefully, you had a plan A and plan B. But hopefully, you follow your plan A. But anyways, let's go look at some tickers, guys. What I want to show you guys here, the importance of reversals, okay? When reversals start to happen is they start to create these bases. These bases here are accumulation phases that require a lot of patience. And the one area where a lot of retail traders don't like, first of all, they don't like it because it's trading sideways. Second, they probably don't understand what's happening. What's happening is that there's buyers coming into the market that once we break out, we're going to build a staircase pattern. But because this is going range, you can trade both sides. You can grab a put on top, stop loss right above. You can grab a call down at the bottom, and then stop loss right below. So it's very simple to trade these ranges. But again, it falls down to the type of trader that you are going to be, or the type of traders that are around you, whoever they are. Okay. Not here on knock on anybody's retail trading, but definitely understand the bigger picture as to what is happening. And this is called supply and demand. The accumulation phase is a form of demand, but can definitely be a sign of a supply that can break to the downside. So that's why you have those range alerts. And the previous structure that I want to show you guys to show you that those can build supply is this specific one here. Okay, so this one for a while, I kept trying to buy the dip. I kept making money off PayPal, but it never broke to the top side. This actually broke to the downside, and it dropped way down here. And now it's consolidating again. So it's like a drop. You based out right here, right? You based out, and then so you made a supply. All right, just to give you a bigger picture. Here's your base, the accumulation phase. And unfortunately, we didn't break to the top side. This actually broke to the downside and then created that nice staircase pattern to the downside. So it's a drop, base, drop, and then it's basing out again. And now we're just going to wait for earnings. Once this happens, is we're going to miss the bigger move. Now, I would definitely still trade it over this 195, 190. Over 190, I'm bullish. Below 180, I'm bearish. So until we can get a good proper direction after earnings, then we're not going to know. I mean, we can wake up at 230. Who knows, right? But this is just an example of what may potentially happen when these ranges get built, and that's why a lot of traders, retail traders, they call it chop because they don't see what's truly happening. Once the breakout happens, then that's when all the traders come in, and usually retail crew likes to buy tops, so they like to buy these tops, and that creates the public participation phase. The public participation phase is that staircase pattern to the top side. It's the other market phase that happens. So it's your accumulation, public participation, and distribution. Your distribution, definitely, it is what it sounds like, and it's definitely supply. Okay. So you can kind of see exactly what happened here. Supply, here's your drop, here's your public participation to the downside, and then we create this nice huge base down here at the bottom. All right, so keeping it clear. Now, these are things that I like to look for, and I like to look for these reversals. That's why I like to look for a lot of red candles, right? And let's just talk about a few one, right? A few of these. All right, I'm on the 4-hour, guys. So Lulu's one of them, and let's show you this base here. Okay, look at this nice drop. Here's your rejection. Here's your drop again. Here's your rejection, and here's your drop again. Look what's happening now. It almost looks like we found a bottom. Again, I'm not here to tell you guys that we found a bottom in the market, but definitely keep the alerts. All right, 301.50, or if you just want to keep it a solid number, use the number 300. Your break above for confirmation to go up is going to be this piece right here, this green candle right here, 321.85. All right, just to be specific. Your first target is going to be this top right here, 336. That's a pretty decent move if you ask me. But again, it makes sense for this thing to go back up. It doesn't have to happen that way. But if we're building these bases and, we're breaking like the smaller downtrend, right? Let me show you. There you go. And there's your first candle right above. The more confirmation is going to go over the psychological number. I'm assuming around 320, 321. That's where everything's going to start changing. And that's when you have that 336, 335 area as a target. And then we start looking for a reversal back to the top. Most of these stocks, guys, are like hit 52-week lows, and it's some aggressive selling. The correction is like done basically. And then now we're just finding some balance in the market. So this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the reversals to happen just in general all across the board. So I'm going to give you a mixture of tickers, right? So starting with Lulu, I'm giving you this one here. I want to be able to buy the dip. So if this does come down, like let's just say Monday, and we dropped out anywhere in here, anywhere down here, I'm buying it because my stop loss is going to be this wick right here. I'm willing to take this risk that if we go red, I'm willing to buy the dip here just so I can, swing trade it for the next 2 days or just 1 day, whatever it happens. And that's going to be my stop loss. Very simple. I can't control what happens overnight. Okay, so if this thing gaps down, it's definitely a loss still. There's no reason to, sit there and hope. So that's what I'm looking for. Use the pre-market levels, guys, to break above or break below, however you want to trade it. But the safer entry would be over this green candle body, the 321.50. Even psychologically, 320 would be a little more safer. Or early entry, 315, whichever one you prefer. Just anywhere above here for your target of 336. All right, so that's Lulu. That's going to be the first ticker of the week. Let's look at another one. CRWD is the other one. Okay, I'm giving you guys some random tickers just because, again, I'm looking for a, in general, reversal in the market. Okay, I'm not only just looking at Apple or Microsoft or waiting for Amazon and Google ER, but there's a lot of things out there that still move with the market and they give great potential. Now, these tickers are a bit more higher in premium, but either way, you don't have to trade it. You can trade spreads. You can, buy some shares or whatever you want to do. You can even grab a out the money contract for some of these and still make some good money. But let's look at this, right? So same thing here. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about, that you will find these bases here, right? So grabbing these two, 169.84, 155.50. Look at the base that's created, right? So once we break above this piece right here, the target is going to be the top of these next candles. So 180.82 or psychologically 181. Okay. So entries right here, over 170 all the way to 180. Okay, very simple. Of course, stay traded and trail it all the way up. All right, so that's CRWD. Another one I want to look at is Twitter. I know this thing has earnings coming up soon. Oh wait, no, it already had it. I think it should have it in a few months. But anyways, it's a small ticker, so anybody can trade this. Look at the trend on this one as well. All right, so that 35.30, you can say. And then look at the bottom for this. The bottom is kind of like right here now. So 33.68, or you can just lower it right here to 33. Look at the nice base that it has, right? The target would be right here, this first red candle, which is your 37. And then you're looking for the base right here. So that would be 37.30. So this little piece, that's the first target that we have for Twitter. If we can break out of this space with a good market sentiment. So in general, that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the base in the market to, break above. And while that breaks above, I'm looking for a lot of these tickers to, follow suit and just break these small bases that are kind of built here. Okay. The other one is gonna, SQ. SQ has been killing me on my swings. I am consistently buying the bottoms on this and consistently imbalanced with losers and winners. So I am on a win-lose situation here because when I swung here, I actually swung SQ on this day right here. I bought this dip, and then it got that bad news, and then it just dropped it way down here. So that was bad for business. But I did end up getting SQ down here at this bottom and rode it all the way down here, and then swung it, and then end up taking profit here. So there are opportunities for SQ to be taking profit, but like I said, I'm kind of like well balanced with SQ, where I'm still buying these dips and still looking for the strong reversal. Unfortunately, this thing did get some bad news, and what catches more of my attention is that the bad news happened at the bottom. So I want to show you guys what I mean. That on the weekly time frame, it hit this 100 level. Okay, let me just change this just to show you guys. Look at this. Look where we bounced right here at this 100 level. Okay, yeah, 100. So psychologically 100, this top right here, we finally retested this here. This thing is below its 52-week lows. It broke all this supply over here, this crazy volatility, and now we're back at the same level from where we broke out a long time ago here, and then where we topped out in the past. So now we have this opportunity to actually trade a good level for SQ, where we kind of may see a strong reversal here for SQ. Now, I know, like, I've been trying to buy the dips down here and everything made sense, but again, you got to play the trend. And if you're buying a dip, you sell into strength and you catch those quick pops. Now, versus the downside, I think anybody who's just been shorting SQ, they're probably tired of shorting it by now. I'm sure the indicators are, all oversold. EMAs, way down here, and I don't know what else to tell you. Some divergence on here, I don't know. Okay, whatever indicators you guys have, I'm sure is down to the ground and is telling you, buy me. But a lot of traders out there are still waiting for some type of sign for somebody to tell them to start buying SQ, where you can make tons of money on the reversal. But look at this. You have all this room for recovery. Now, I don't know if SQ is worth 280 bucks, okay? But I honestly think that SQ is a great company still, and they're still doing a lot of things to improve and to build some good guidance, okay? Make sure you guys watch that previous video too. So we're definitely at a good level right here at 100, and I want to show you why. Why it catches my attention now, because it looks like we almost double bottomed, okay? I know we made a lower low, 101.75, but we're not far off from this one right here. So it almost looks like a double bottom. So this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that bad news to kick in. It's already priced in right here from this drop here. So if we can just break this piece right here, I'm going bullish. I'm getting in calls. Anything over 110, I am starting to trade calls on SQ on a daily basis. Anything over 110. Use the pre-market levels to guide you, to lead you. Break above, break below, whatever it is. This is what I'm going to do. This is my plan. There is no base here. There's nothing yet. All I have to go for is the fact that we got some bad news at a good retest level. The fact that we're down below, lower than 52-week lows. So there's going to be a lot of volatility for SQ. It's going to catch a lot of attention from now on. And there's probably going to be some upgrades, some downgrades. There's going to be a mixture of sentiment all across the board. But below 110, I'm not buying it, okay? I am not looking for calls down here. I am going to wait till we break above 110 psychologically, and we hold 100, and we hold this pattern true as a double bottom, okay? That's what catches my attention. This is why SQ for me. What I want to show you guys is a call position that I may take in the next 2 days, depending on where we're at. So if we hold anywhere in these levels right here, the contract that I want to grab, I want to show you guys. And this is going to be for like the next few months. Go to July 15, 2022. This contract right here. This is the one I want to get. The 200 call. Very cheap, but very well worth the risk. It's only like about $1 by the time market opens. Who knows where we're going to be. But we have about 5 months for this to hit 200. Is that impossible? Definitely not. Now, it doesn't have to hit in the next 5 months, but imagine that if we can go from 110 even to 150 in the next like 3 weeks, that's still a great run up to the top, and you have time on your contract. Okay. And it's a great spot. Your stop loss would be below 100. Okay. Above 110, we enter. Below 100, we stop loss. So it's a $10 stop loss versus the reward of maybe potentially going to 200. Even if your first target is about 160, 150, it still makes sense. The risk to reward is amazing here. So this is what I'm going to be buying in the next 2 days. I will definitely post it up. And I know a lot of servers, my bot is actually in a few servers out there. So hopefully they see this position, and I will let everybody know once I enter. Depending on the contract, of course, that's what I'm going to be looking for in the next few months. But that's SQ, all right? So the next one, ARC weights. Let's do Tesla. I know everybody's waiting for Tesla. Everybody wants levels for Tesla, and they just had earnings. But I'm gonna keep it very, very simple, okay? You guys already see my lines that I already have on here. This just had earnings. It was kind of like mixed. I think they beat. I'm not sure. I didn't do my full research on this, but it's at a great spot, 800. Okay. So I personally, I want to wait for this right here. Okay, this bottom right here, I want to wait for that 900 psychological. Now you can trade Tesla on the way up. I just personally don't think it's worth it right now. So if you want to trade Tesla, okay, do it over this candle body right here. All right, based on the 4 hour. Right there. So you want to go from long from right here, this 865 all the way to that 900. Right? Don't think that it's impossible for Tesla to reach that, because it does. It moves crazy. That's what I would look for. Look for a launcher that way. Otherwise, look for Tesla to build a pattern here, maybe consolidate just a bit more, and the consolidation will have to happen here. Right there. That's where it's going to have to happen, between 822 and 850. Anything above 850, go long to the retest of 900. Once we start getting above 900 again, you better start going some bullish plays and look for a strong reversal in general. Okay, that's going to be for Tesla. All right, financials. I got 2 tickers that I like the most on my financials. I think JPM is a little beat down as well, but I want it long. I think over just 150. Yeah, over 150. But my entry is going to be about 149.50 right here, just the top of that. As long as this holds and we can build this nice structure here, I definitely want to make sure that we stay over 150 for JPM to catch my attention. Otherwise, it's just going to be day trades in between, where you can use the pre-market levels to help you and guide you. All right, so that's going to be JPM. This is GS as well. Big drop from the top, and if this can reclaim this 350, the past 2 times that we tried here, well, 1, 2, 3, we kind of rejected, and today, Friday, sorry, we kind of closed strong up here, which gave me the confidence to bring up this ticker, because the more you test supply, the more easier it gets on the breakout, and the breakout will catch more of a momentum, and it'll hit the higher targets. So meaning that that's my first target right here, which is your 360. So from 350 to 360, that's my plan. Okay, as long as we can show a nice little breakout to the top, that's going to be my play on GS. Or I'm just going to wait here to catch a dip somewhere 338. Yeah, around 340 to 338. I think this is going to be a good little spot, and I'm just going to use this right here. That's it. That's all I need. As long as we can hold here and build this base, as you can see that we're kind of just building it. That's what I'm kind of putting out. So that's why I said above 350, 360 would be my targets. All right. So there's a lot. I just need some healthy movements in general in the market. All right. So that's JPM and GS. The other one I want to show you guys is BA. I know a lot of people talk about BA, but it continues to drop lower and lower. If this does not break 186, 87. What is this? 187. Yeah, about 187. If we don't drop below 187, guys, look for call plays above this 190. Okay, so just anything over 190, let's go long. And then your first target's about 194, 196, and then you want to look for 198, and you want to look for that psychological number, which is like 200. Okay, so keep BA on radar, just because we're like way down here, and there's some potential that the market may reverse. And if the market does reverse and we do break out to the top, I think BA is a great reward to the top side, and a lot of potential to keep on breaking up. All right, so that's BA. The next one I want to show you guys is CRM. And just like I said, there's a lot of tickers like this that have the bases, and it's the base where you should have the alerts, because once we break above, then we're going up. All right, look at this. Let me get a little 223.60. That's going to be your breakout of that range. So if this thing can just hold above, I think it should be okay at 219. Buy the dip around 219. Anything below 219, don't grab calls unless we get down to this 210. And my alert actually never hit for the dip, so I didn't get the dip here. And then this thing had an amazing day on Friday. Like, it's legit respecting these levels here. So if it breaks above, one of the high targets that I would have is about 231.84, and then some slight resistance at this 225.43 right there. So that's the next space I'm looking for. Once we break above and stay above, and maybe we can, create a little pattern here, like a little bull flag, pennants, whatever. Maybe there's an upgrade that comes in, a news catalyst, something, a reason to break above and go long, because this is a nice space of accumulation here. And look at this big old drop. All right, again, guys, I'm here to look, giving you guys reversals. I'm giving you value for something versus like trying to day trade a little 5-minute candle and make 25% off a weekly contract. I'm here to try to give you guys like some of the bigger moves that you guys can have more reversal reward, versus trying to capture like these little miniature day trades and miniature bull flags, all right, that just don't make sense. But not taking away the fact that you can make money. All right, so don't get that wrong. Make money all kinds of ways. Make money on the 30-second chart, the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 3 minute, the 20 minute, whatever minute time frame you want to have. As long as you know what you're doing, you can definitely make money any way, shape, or form in this market. You can also lose it the same way. Okay, so that's the few tickers that I wanted to show you guys. Also want to show you an extra one, which is Team. It's a very odd ticker, guys, so don't trade this if you guys don't have the account for it, but definitely over 320. I like it over 320 because I had some good ER. Was that 320? Yeah, about 320. Yeah, 320, 321, around there. I think it'll continue a new trend. It almost looks like a little fish hook pattern right here. If you don't know what that is, it's just a kind of like this. Just like that, a nice little reversal. But just a side chart, guys. I'm not going to trade this. I just want you guys to see like what potentially may happen, because they had a good earnings, a good reaction. And look at that, volume was intense. That's what kind of got my attention. It kind of dropped and it went back up. Let's go check it out. Yeah, it dropped. So you can see strong earnings. And then it dropped the next day, but then it held that bottom. And then those same buyers showed up. So if this thing can continue to break above, I think it can be a good reversal. But only trade this if you have a decent size account and you can handle the emotions. Otherwise, stay away from it. All right, let's get down to Amazon. Here's a few levels that I want to look for Amazon. It looks like it has a nice little squeeze pattern here. Most likely it'll probably stay inside unless it breaks above the 29. Look for 29.50 and 3K. This will be a good move. I am actually in a swing call position for a lotto earnings for a 32.50 call for Amazon, which is not crazy. It sounds like it's way out the money. But if this thing like breaks above and runs into earnings in the next couple of days, just like this, then my contract will be in the money. Well, not in the money, but it will be green, and the IV will juice it up. And then I have the ability to take profit here on the run up, or let it go for earnings. I have a choice. So who knows? Whichever one comes first, I'm going to have to decide whether hold it for 100% lotto, whether green or red, or if it does go green, I end up taking profit and then miss out on the earnings run up if it goes in the money. Who knows? But that's just the lotto earnings that I took for Amazon. But that's what I'm looking for. Over that 29, I'm looking for 29.50 and 3K. If it wants to keep on going, then 31 and then 32 and then 33 and then you know, so far. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for, right? Let's go look at Microsoft real quick. Now that Microsoft is done with earnings, Microsoft had an amazing earnings. So there's a high probability that Microsoft will hold with the market along with Apple. So with Microsoft, what I want to do is give you guys a great dip buy opportunity, which is going to be here at this 305. Okay, the 305 and the 302.40. This right here is going to be your dip buy for Microsoft. These buyers are still showing up. If these guys show up, then they're going to show up right here. They're going to show up there. They're going to, you know, drive this Microsoft all the way to the top. And your first target is going to be 320. I know it sounds crazy, but that's going to be your target for Microsoft by the end of the week. All right. So don't say I didn't tell you so. If we push bullish, right? If this holds, that's going to be our first target for the week. So if you want to buy a contract down here with your stop loss at 300, which would make 100% sense, but look for 320 for Microsoft. All right. Apple. I don't know how Apple is going to react. I don't know what it's going to do. There is no specific pattern here for Apple in itself. I just know that it had an amazing earnings, and after all this structure down here and after all the building and accumulation down here and, you know, the patience of waiting for earnings, it's still showing a lot of strength. So if this continues to the top side, look for 176, 177 right here. That's what you look for Apple. Apple's kind of it's been moving so different ever since the split. So I personally don't trade Apple a lot, but definitely I set alerts, and if I find a moment to scalp it, then I'll do it. Otherwise, I try to stay away from things like this. But it's definitely a great spot. If you guys are not in shares, you guys missed a great opportunity to buy the dip down here. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for, guys. I'm looking for Lulu, CRWD, Twitter, Tesla, SQ, JPM, GS, BA, CRM, and Tesla. And not sure if I showed you, but ARC as well, along with Tesla. ARC is actually beat down pretty extensively. So if SQ and Tesla can run up, I'm expecting ARC to push back up. And I would honestly feel safer to grab calls at 74. I know it sounds like a long shot and we're way down here at the 69, but I would feel comfortable and be able to hold my long position here for ARC. So if ARC can hold, and again, it almost looks like SQ, like a double bottom. Okay, if this holds true, then this is going to be the bottom and the reversal for ARC. Okay, if this holds true, and along with SQ, and if Tesla can continue up, because Tesla is a heavyweight for ARC, we can look for a reversal in general. Okay, so those are some of the reversals that you're going to be looking for this week, guys. There's a lot going on, so remember, watch the futures video that should be up. I really hope so that it is. And look for the earnings reports that are going to come up for Amazon to give us a little hope, for Google, for Facebook, PayPal, Snap, AMD, Qualcomm, and things like that. And remember that there's a lot of tickers out there that's going to give you opportunity to trade and day trade and swing trade. You just got to be able to manage your emotions and your risk. Know what you're getting yourself into, and understand what you're up against and how you're handling it. All right. So I will leave you guys with that. Hopefully this weekly watch list gave you an idea as to what to look for in the upcoming days. And hopefully you guys make some money off some of these plays. And if you guys take Amazon as a lot of earnings, a call play, and if we end up at 32.50, it's going to be amazing. If not, whatever, you know, it happens. It's 100% gamble. Nothing is guaranteed, but we really want the hope for Amazon and Google to just shoot back up, because Amazon's at a great spot, guys. Like, I don't know. I would be majorly surprised if this thing just collapses to the floor. But if it does collapse to the floor, if this thing just drops, I think a lot of people are going to look for to buy Amazon, because it's a great company. Like, no matter what, right? But yeah, so hopefully everything goes good with Amazon and Google. But yeah, good luck, guys. Stay green, manage your risk properly, and don't chase, don't have FOMO, don't get biased. Follow the trend. If you can't identify it, please just stay back. It's always time. There's always time to learn and execute, and the time to trade. All right. Not every day you have to day trade. So I'll see you guys on the next one, and good luck this week.